what's up? Check out this blunt and honest review from the Jock and Nerd Podcast. That's us. My name is Imran.
My name's Anthony.
He's the jock.
He's the nerd.
And he's the rug boy.
What's up, guys?
Jock and Nerd. Let's get to this week's movie review. We will be reviewing Disclosure Day. Here's your spoilers.
Strap yourselves in, you fucks. Spoiler time.
This one directed and produced by the GOAT, Steven Spielberg, from a screenplay by David Koepp, based on a story by Spielberg. This is his 36th feature film as a director. And his 22nd feature film as a director and writer. All right? It's Spielberg, you know. He's got decades of movies on Rotten Tomatoes. Disclosure Day currently sitting 81% tomato meter. 72% on the audience side. Popcorn meter.
Lower.
On Metacritic, it's a 74. Wow. That's pretty high. Huh. Letterboxd has it at a 3.3. What's that? Like average then for Letterboxd?
Yeah, pretty average.
Yeah. The movie was made for $115 million. So not a huge budget, but decent enough budget. What does it do? Let's go over this weekend's box office real quick. It does open at number one.
Oh, shit.
Making $44 million this weekend domestically. Globally, it is sitting at $92.9 million. This is Steven Spielberg's first big summer movie since 2016. And it's his best domestic opening for an original film, apparently, which is kind of crazy. Opening at number two. Obsession in week 5 makes $19 million domestic. This is a movie that has made more money every week more than its opening weekend, which that's a fucking crazy thing.
Whoa.
Every weekend since its opening weekend, it has made more money than that opening weekend. Currently, it is sitting at $286 million global on a $750,000 budget there. It is back in number 2. It's kind of crazy. Scary Movie dropping number 3, dropping 73%. It's made $173 global on a $30 million budget. That's still a hefty profit, though, for them. Number 4, Backrooms, in its third week, drops about 57%. This movie is now $262 million on a $10 million budget. So Backrooms Obsession, still in the top 5. Masters of the Universe, last week's movie, week 2, suffers a 71% drop.
Wow, that's sad.
So it is now made $46 million domestic, only $86 million global on a $170 to $200 million budget. This is going to be a big flopola. Star Wars hanging in at number 6 in its fourth week. 53% drop. It is actually almost at 300 million on 165, which I guess is kind of decent for that fucking movie.
What do you mean almost 300 million?
Yeah, 300 million, which is, I thought it would at least make that. And
oh, you're talking about worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide 300 million. Domestic
315.
Oh, it's at 315?
Yeah, I'm just looking at it right now.
Okay, that's not bad. Meanwhile, Michael, week 8, opens at number 7. It has made $932 million.
Oh, shit.
It is officially the biggest musical biopic that of all time, passing Bohemian Rhapsody. And it's very close to catching Oppenheimer for the all-time highest grossing biopic title.
I have Michael.
You have Michael, you bastard. I was so mad when you stole this from me.
I have Star Wars.
You have Star Wars. But I told fuckers Michael's going to make $1 billion. I knew it. I wanted it. And you fucking stole it. Good for you. So we'll in about a month, these movies come out. We were going to check in on the box office draft because it's going to be wildly different. Anyways, number 8, a movie I am dying to see, and I'm going to have to do it soon. The Furious.
Yeah, I got to go see it too.
Didn't make a lot. 2.9 million. It's a 20 million Lionsgate movie. But it's like 100% Rotten Tomatoes. And I looked at the screenings on Fandango. The theater where near my house, it had 2 screenings a day. And it looks like after Thursday, the movie's done. Like, this thing is going to get removed quickly because it's not making money. And I want to see it in the theaters. I'm going to try to see it this week. Number 9, Stop That Train. RuPaul's movie. RuPaul made a movie. It's a real movie. And then
I had no idea.
Yeah. Number 10, Amazing Digital Circus YouTube animation, whatever that is. But look, Spielberg opens number 1. He's the GOAT. People are going to go see it. The cast of this movie features Josh O'Connor as Dr. Daniel Kellner. You have Emily Blunt as weather person Margaret Fairchild. Colin Firth as the bad guy, Noah Scanlon. You got Eve Hewson as Josh O'Connor's girlfriend, Jane. Eve Hewson's father was Bono. Rex. This is Bono's daughter.
Oh.
Coleman Domingo as Hugo. You got Wyatt Russell as Captain America. No. As the guy from Monarch. No. As Emily Blunt's boyfriend. And then Elizabeth Marvel is playing a nun. And that's really your main cast there. This movie is PG-13. Oh, I got to mention music by John Williams. I believe this is the 30th movie Spielberg and Williams have collaborated on.
Wow.
And cinematography by Janusz Kaminski, also longtime collaborator, fantastic cinematographer. Let's just mention John Williams is like 100 years old or 90. Spielberg's like 80. PG-13 movie, 2 hours and 25 minutes. Anthony, what happens in Disclosure Day? You saw it most recently, today.
Saw it today.
Fresh.
What happens in Disclosure Day? Yeah. This is a movie where the world is on the brink of World War III. And while this happens, a man that works for a agency for the government that has been covering up something steals some information, decides he wants to leak it out and expose the truth. While this is happening, another person in the middle of Kansas, a news anchor, starts acting strange and getting weird visions. I don't even know what she has going on, but she is somehow related to this as well. And these two people need to find each other and figure out what the hell's going on and potentially expose something that the government or this agency has been hiding.
They need to disclose the information. All right, Anthony, let's just open it up. Opening thoughts. You put in your Patreon thing. I listened to it. We can start there. Say whatever you want. Same thing.
Yeah, plug Patreon. I put my opening thoughts. So if you want to hear that, it won't change that much because it's only been a few hours. I have been marinating a little bit more on the movie.
Okay.
And anytime it's Spielberg and it's a return to Aliens or a big summer blockbuster, I was quite excited. Although I mentioned to you guys a couple of weeks ago or maybe a month or two ago that these older directors start to lose their fastball.
Yeah.
So my opening thought is I am right. These directors are losing their when they get older, they don't make the movies that are as good as they used to make them. And that's where I'm landed on this. This movie is ultimately a bit disappointing. In the moment, I was like, I'm liking this a little bit because it's Spielberg and there's something going on here. But there were times where I there was 5 people in the movie theater. I was the person in the last row. I pulled out my phone a few times. I was like, what? I'm thinking about something else. I need to think of something I need to catch up on what just happened here. What's going on in this part of the movie? Ultimately, Steven Spielberg, I don't know what he did, what was inspiring him to do this movie, but the script does not do him any favors. While I think there are some interesting ideas and moments, it does not, to me, coalesce into actually an entertaining film all around. It's kind of messy. The third act is at times I can see this really getting good. This is wrapping up. And then it ends in a way that goes, I don't know what that was. So, yeah, I found this movie to be a bit disappointing. Now, it's Spielberg, right? So there's a level of quality that he puts into his filmmaking that is still there.
Yeah.
But when it's Spielberg. So I'm watching Spielberg and I'm thinking this should be a 10.
Right.
And without giving away my rating, when it's not a 10 and when it's not even close to being a 10, it's ultimately a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
So yeah, the other thing, and then I'll let you guys talk, is his fascination with aliens and the kind of the plot being hey, aliens exist. Seems like a very old idea that I don't really know the relevance of it now and what he's trying to go for with the aliens existing and potentially how this could help the world. I don't know. I don't really know if I actually even buy that.
Yeah.
The last thing I'll say, and then I'll let you guys go, is I've seen this movie before.
Yeah.
I've seen it done much better, and it's not the movie you guys are thinking of, which is Close Encounters of the Third Kind, or whatever the fuck that movie's called, because I haven't seen it. The movie I'm thinking of, which got nominated for Oscars, didn't probably release in the summer to much fanfare, but was a much, much better movie with the same ideas and much better execution and an ending that makes you go, huh.
Yeah.
That all wraps into a really cool bow and makes you think.
Yeah.
And that movie's Arrival by Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah.
Villeneuve. Watch that movie and then watch this movie back to back.
Yeah.
And you will see a significant overlap in those two movies and a significant amount of quality in one versus window dressing on the other. So ultimately I while I was entertained at times, I found this movie to be very confusing. There's a lot of things we can jump into as far as decisions that are made, plot devices, characters being asked. In the beginning of the movie, the girlfriend's like, "What is the secret?"
Yes.
And the guy goes, he just completely deflects and asks her a question, and then it cuts, and it's like, no one would ever just let it. No, I would be like, "Fuck your question. I want to know what's happening."
Yeah.
Like, so there's just a lot of like very weird things that happen in this movie that just don't make a ton of sense. So, all right, I'll let you guys talk.
Bruggs, what'd you think? What happened here?
I don't know. I feel like this movie's trying to do too many things, and it has a very simple story, which is a very simple idea, was this guy's going to disclose what the government's been keeping secret, which is aliens. Spoilers if you haven't seen the commercial. But also the commercial kind of ruined it because I figured out the entire story from watching the fucking...
You did. I remember you're like, I watched this trailer and these two kids are abducted and that's what it's about.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, now there's nothing for me. There's nothing for me to like find out. I'm like, and I was hoping, okay, maybe that's something more. Maybe we're going to learn about the aliens and what their purpose is and, learn a little bit more about them or whatever. And we just kind of, all they did was kind of take what we've already seen from all these UAP videos and kind of like embellish them a little bit with some like close encounters shit and, just kind of like, making connections to those movies, but I missed the beginning of this movie, so I don't know what I missed in the beginning. I got to the movie when they were getting to the farmhouse, or actually no, when they first get to the nunnery.
Oh man,
when I got to
we'll tell. It opens fucking very strange. We'll get into that.
Well, what happened was I like to get to the movie as Nicole Kidman's wrapping up her whole fucking thing, and just be right in the seat, and then the movie starts.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they started the movie earlier than normal. And because I do it like this, like every single time, like clockwork. And I get there, I'm like, the fucking movie's on? And I was pissed. That happened to me twice with Silent Night, which I'm glad I missed some of that movie. Yeah. But like this one, I was pissed. So I don't know what I missed. Maybe it made the movie better. I don't know.
It didn't, but I'll tell you what you missed.
One thing.
Yeah.
Did you have anyone annoy you during your
theater experience?
Oh, you want to hear about my?
Of course.
Nobody annoyed me today.
What?
Nobody was annoying.
Damn, you got to clean.
There was a lot of adults that were like knew how to act like normal people.
I mean, it's Spielberg, so this is
it's old people, old Gen X people. Like they understand they understand what to do. So nobody was annoying, but I did not like this movie. I wanted to like it.
Yeah,
I really love alien shit and I love Spielberg and I like a lot of the camera work. I like the action sequences. The train sequence was really good. Yeah, there was some really good chases, but like these government guys are the most inept government guys
they're horrible.
I've ever seen.
They're so incompetent.
Like there's so many times where they should be like captured or like the fact that she's using the same car, like her actual car to like, it's like, wouldn't you ditch that car and get another car? Just like all these things that like just don't make any sense. And I wasn't sure. Like they had this like extended like when he's questioning the girl and trying to turn her against her boyfriend.
Yeah.
In the beginning with Colin Firth.
Yeah.
That went on so long.
A lot of things went on.
And
too
I was
long.
like, this is dragging already. We're like maybe like 15, 20 minutes into the movie. You're already going to make a scene that's way too long, way longer than it needs to be.
Yeah.
So I was like, what's going on, Spielberg? And so I felt like there was a lot of things. Like they didn't have to put like the doomsday clock with the fucking Korean shit. Like We didn't need that in this movie. Like the world's about to end. Like,
and it's all like kind of underplayed the fact that they're on the brink of World War.
It didn't even need to be. It didn't make the movie any better. I mean, is it? Oh, we're all going to be. It's like the Watchmen ending, where we're all going to be peaceful because we find out aliens exist. Like,
yes, that's kind of what he was going for, but it doesn't really hit. Let me tell you.
Wait a minute. Before you get into your thing, let everyone listen to Imran's instant reaction, and then let's hear what he's got to say now.
Well, look, right after the movie is one thing, and then once you think about a movie is another thing.
All right.
Well, let me just start by saying this fucking movie, you jump on the fucking X or online, it is so fucking polarizing. It's a wild thing to read. Everything from Spielberg's best movie in 20 years all the way to worst movie of the decade. It seems like the younger demo is not fucking with this movie, and the older people seem to like it. For me, I feel like the truth lies somewhere right in the middle. Like when it was over. Look, Spielberg is the GOAT, undeniable.
He's still got some charm there. There's still some magic going on there.
He's the GOAT, but this is a strange movie. And when it ended, I was like, it was okay. It was a little underwhelming. The ending was kind of crazy, and I had to think about it. But like you said, Ruggs, the direction, the camera spinning, the camera movement, the action scenes, masterful Spielberg stuff, but it does drag in parts. I could see it being boring in parts. The story is like an episode of The X-Files, maybe. Even the John Williams score, I didn't really notice it that much. It was okay. I mean, the man is 90. The good, I will say Emily Blunt is probably the best in this movie.
Yeah.
Out of the whole thing.
Her performance is really good.
She's almost so good that it makes the other lead, just like a nothing burger. So
Josh O'Connor, he's a little bland to me. In fact, they played a trailer of this movie before it, the movie where like one night a week it's illegal to have sex with Callum Turner. And I thought that was Josh O'Connor. These two fuckers look exactly the same. So that confused me. It was fun seeing Wyatt Russell. He had a little comedic relief. He's very funny. But it's a very Spielberg movie, except he's done all these things better in other movies.
All right. Well, can we talk about what you think the theme of this movie is? Like, what did you get as
Wait, I got to say one more thing about my theater experience. And I've seen reports of this from other people. People were laughing at the dramatic parts of this movie. Some of the dialogue, I guess, came off a little corny and cheesy. People were fucking laughing at the movie when they weren't supposed to be laughing.
Did anybody walk out of your theater?
No, but I heard that too.
I think people walked out of mine.
People were laughing though. And I think the chase scene, the train crash is probably the best scene in the movie. All of that feels like it should be in a fucking whole another movie. A little bit.
Right.
Let me just tell you, Ruggs, you'll enjoy this. This is how the movie starts. It's very strange. You are dropped right into the story. It's kind of the end of Act 1, and it's a point of view shot of a wrestler in a wrestling match. And the Daniel character is there with the backpack. I guess he picked this place to do a handoff because they have already kidnapped his girlfriend, Jane. This is normally would have been the end of Act 1. You just dropped in, and it reminded me of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man a little bit. I was waiting for the guy to go, Bonesaw is ready, because it looked just like that. I was like, what the fuck? That is a weird start. What'd you think of the start, Anthony? Is that strange?
It was a little strange. I didn't know what was going on there.
Right.
But yeah, no, it was a bit strange. I do think, let's go into Ruggs' question, because I think that's one of the things where this movie has some trouble, right? So like there's different, I think one of the things is like the theme here is, or one of the themes they're going for is this like this thought of, well, if we reveal the truth about us not existing as being the only ones that exist, like what does that do to religion? Right.
Right. Faith.
So like, faith. And then the next part of it's like, okay, what is is there any value in hiding the truth from people? Right. Like if we told everybody everything that was going on, would the world just collapse, or would people be able to take it? Right. So there's a couple like different themes there. I'm sure you guys can add on some more, but where I'm going with this is this movie has these like things that they're going for, but they're not really going so deep into them to actually have an opinion on what that is.
Yeah.
Like, it seems to me like what Spielberg is going for is, hey, we're not the only ones that exist. And if we just revealed the truth, like these aliens would probably want to be like helpful for us, but they don't actually like even resolve it. They just kind of, I mean, the ending sucks in my opinion. So it's just like this big like reveal into a nothing. And like the third act where they're like, they're showing all the footage of all the different aliens and they're narrating it. I was like, oh, this might be touching and this might be something, but they never really wrap it up into a bow. So I think that's actually one of the main issues of the movie, Ruggs. I'm curious what you think is, and you, Imran, is the fact that they have these themes, but they're all very like surface level.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like Spielberg really felt like resolving it. And the resolution he has, if you want to get super nihilistic, is, okay, the only thing that's going to unite the world is something that currently we don't even know exists. So basically Spielberg is saying there's nothing. The world is like lost.
Oh, interesting.
Right? I mean, that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
He's saying if we revealed aliens, the world would be like, oh, all this stuff that we're fighting about is so minuscule because this is such a minuscule thing in the entire existence of the universe that we would all be like, okay, like we should stop fighting.
It all depends what like the aliens, what their purpose is, what their involvement with the world is we don't know. He didn't in like, this is where it gets sloppy. So he says in this movie, or he tries to get across the fact that the aliens love the human beings because of their ability to have empathy. All right. So then they imbue Emily Blunt's character with the ability to read people's minds.
Right.
And she goes around being empathic, but she's not really being empathic. She can actually read their minds. There's a big difference.
She's psychic.
Empathy is not when you can read someone's mind,
right,
and know exactly what they're thinking. It's you feeling something and trying to put yourself in someone's place.
Like Deanna Troi from Star Trek Next Generation.
Yeah. So it's like knowing exactly what someone thinks is not being empathic. You're just, all right, all right, you know exactly what's going on. You know exactly what to say. And it's kind of like a cheat code. So that's kind of like a sloppy thing that he did there. And then, so empathy, listen to one another.
Is it very empathetic to capture children?
I mean, they were literally
unknowingly and imbue them with things where now they have no control over their own bodies.
They were tricked to walk into a fucking
sloppy,
a fairy tale house and abducted. Right?
Yeah. Go ahead. Right? I just thought that was also very sloppy
subterfuge. They have to present themselves as really bad CG animals.
The aliens are the animals. Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of things that are done here for whatever reason that just don't make the movie better. It actually adds more baggage to like the ideas. I would have loved, listen, if you're going to make a movie that questions religion and in the scope of like life being out there and what that means, watch Contact. That's a better movie about that. It's about, there's a priest involved and there's a lot of questions about, existence and religion and all that stuff. And it does it so much better. And it's a much better film in that way. This is kind of a clumsy mess. Like he wanted to make an entertaining, fun popcorn movie, but then it's like bogged down with some other stuff where that doesn't really crescendo.
I mean, is this even like a summer movie? Like, I feel like this would have played better later in the year.
To make a blockbuster. He wants to make a blockbuster.
I mean, he is, he's the guy who started the summer movie.
But the thing is like it's a summer blockbuster, but then it's cut in a way that's this big alien epic. Mm-hmm. But a lot of the movie is more of just like a heist chase.
It is. It's not even about aliens.
Real, yeah. It's barely about the aliens, and it has really nothing to add to that. It's more like about this shady government group that's like somewhat incompetent.
And I'll agree. I agree with you, Anthony. There are lots of interesting ideas that are brought up in this movie and never like fleshed out or followed through. They're just mentioned.
There's a lot of MacGuffins too.
Dude, alien MacGuffin rods that do whatever the plot needs when you need it. Get the fuck out of here.
That was a little bit
what the fuck is this?
That Spielberg would be a little bit smarter than that.
What the fuck? Now, and the premise of the movie and all the interviews and the press, he's like, I'm trying to answer the question, what if you knew there were other people? Would the world unite or would they freak out? And you know what? He doesn't even show us that fucking part.
Let's talk about that. Like, let's not even talk about the movie. Let's talk about that. It's more interesting.
Yeah, because that's really the discussion.
Well, the whole thing about this movie is to get to this discussion. So where do you think it goes from there? So if there were proof of aliens, like we already kind of know that there's aliens. We kind of like, we don't know for sure, but we're pretty sure something's going on.
Yeah.
Right. Like, even if you don't believe in them, you know that there's the possibility of them is real.
Yeah. There is a mathematical percentage that would say of there has to be another, at least one other planet in the universe, if it's infinite, that exists like this or something similar, like is life bearing.
Now, the only thing that would really change if their aliens existed is what do they want to do with us? Right? Do they want to help us? Do they want to fuck us over? Do they want to kill us off? Do they want to poison us?
Spielberg has been consistent in all of his alien movies. The aliens are friendly and want to help humanity.
We don't even know what kind of aliens they are. We don't know if they're aliens from outer space or they're interdimensional beings.
I mean, they look like you're
from a different time.
Humans from the traditional grays with the big heads and the big eyes.
I have a theory that there's aliens are just us in the future coming back, but like whatever.
I mean, is he trying to prep us for like an actual disclosure from the government? And so we see.
What I would say here is, I just don't think if they were to reveal aliens live on like TV like this,
yeah,
I don't think the world would stop.
Okay, a couple of things about that.
I think this is a very, what I was getting at is I think this is a very nostalgic idea of aliens that is a very 80s, 70s idea.
Yeah.
And it's just not, to me, 2020s the way people would think about aliens.
Okay.
Well, even logically, this whole idea that you would stop believing in God because aliens exist, that's an incongruent thought. Like,
because God would have created humans and fucking aliens.
Yeah, God. Why do we only know what happens here? We don't know what the fuck he's doing everywhere else. Like,
let me ask you this. I was like, why didn't he just? It should have started with him posting all this shit on the internet. Now, if you think that happened, do you think most people would not believe it? Or
most people wouldn't believe it.
Okay, fine. So makes sense. But you're telling me fucking local news is where to post this? And you're telling me every major news network, CNN, is just going to pull this up without verifying?
That was actually really well done. It
was,
thing.
But wouldn't they want to verify the fucking shit instead of just running it? Also, have you been to, I've been to local news stations. They don't have any people working there anymore. It's all robot cameras. It's the 3 anchors, and it's like 2 guys in the control room. There's not a fucking shitload of people. So, But to your point, Anthony, this is what I think happened. I don't know. Here's my question. I don't know if Spielberg lost his fastball as much as he is just still making movies the way he's always made movies for decades. And that now might feel a little outdated. I would argue that if he put out E.T. now or Close Encounters, that shit gets dragged to today.
No way. Well. It's still good.
I don't know.
Still good.
But here's what I would say, though. If he put out E.T. or Close Encounters now, it's a tough thing to even compare because you're advancing 40 years and saying
50 years.
Okay, 50 years. So if he puts them out now, what are the movies that have come out before that? Right. So like if he puts them out in the 80s, there's obviously tons of movies that got inspired before that. Yeah. So if he puts them out now, what does the landscape look like in movies? It's tough to even say.
Well, yeah, because you have to be like, if he never put those out, what are people inspired by, right? We have the movies that came out now because of him making Close Encounters and E.T.
I think he just chose a bad script.
The script does not help him. I will agree. But I also feel like the millennials are like, this is a boomer movie. I feel like his whole style maybe is getting a little outdated. His bag of tricks may be outdated.
I do think that could be true. I do think what he thinks about what interests him is not as interesting as it was 40 years ago.
Correct.
I think that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
But I also think that it's not just young millennials or Gen Zs that don't like this.
Yeah.
You literally got Ruggs saying, I don't like this.
Yeah.
And then Ruggs will probably put Spielberg in like in a Mount Rushmore.
And I got him in the fucking pool.
Right.
Oh, he has this movie too.
Yeah,
That's
so
right.
I have integrity
The
because
box office guy. Yeah.
I could plug this movie and make it sound great, and you guys could go watch it, and I could,
Make money.
Yeah, make money, but I have integrity.
Regarding that, traditionally Spielberg's movies, they don't open big, but they always leg out. I don't know about the legs on this movie this time.
I think it's fine. Like, I think the movie's okay.
Yeah.
It's just, I have a very high bar for Spielberg.
Yeah.
And him returning to a summer blockbuster with aliens and putting out something that I was confused.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on. I didn't understand why characters were acting the way they did. I mean, Ruggs, you mentioned this in your thing. The fucking the government at the end just is like, all right, fuck it. We're not going to
they chase him the whole time and they're like, fuck it.
Yeah. At the end, he just sits down. He's like, all right, go ahead. I'm like, the fuck, you found him. By the way, how many times did they chase him, and then they would just stop chasing him, and then they find him again, and then they would just
organization that's got to build the house. Like, it's too convoluted. Like, what is this?
Yeah, you got to rebuild the girl's childhood house.
Well,
like,
but here's my question: wasn't he building this house from the beginning before he knew it was her?
Yeah.
So how did he know what he was fucking building?
I think he knew that the aliens told him that
he was just waiting for her to get activated.
I mean, if the government was involved as the way they are, and at one point one guy wants to kill them,
yeah, why?
Why do they go to this news station and decide to turn off the power? Why don't they just go in a news station and just blow everyone up?
Why was Boyd
why don't they just machine gun everything and be like collateral damage?
Yeah.
Like, what is the point of turning off the power like that? I just don't get that.
I love that train.
The guy just gives up.
I love the train scene, but I was like, wait, why is this guy trying to kill him all of a sudden? I thought they wanted to know where the fucking thing was. Why? And so I have so many questions. Why did the crop circle form around him?
For no reason.
What was that?
For the trailer, Imran.
What after we get revealed that Emily Blunt basically is the deliverer of the message.
Yeah.
Like, what is the value of that other guy? The fact that he just stole the files? Like,
no,
what was
the
his
thing
value?
is, the two of them, right? This duality, he was imbued with understanding math, and so he could understand the aliens, and she could understand humanity. So they'll talk to him. He's got to whisper to her, and she's just going to go listen, and then they're going to cut to black.
But why were those two, like...
I don't know.
That's another thing here. Here's another issue I have with the movie. Why these two people? Why do I care about these two people?
No, you don't. They don't really give you a reason
that's another
to care
thing is
about either of them.
I can be on board with a bad script if I love the characters.
Yeah.
I like what I think Emily Blunt is asked to do a lot of things.
Yes.
But do you know anything about either of these characters that makes you go, man, I'm going to latch onto these characters and really love them?
Absolutely not. She does amazing acting with her eyes, though. I'll tell you that much.
But that's the point. What is the deal with the guy? And then the girlfriend has like a big role, and then she gets like kind of sidelined, and it's just like she shows up at the end and hands her the thing.
Right.
It's just,
conveniently, right when they need her to show up with the thing.
Right.
It's just bad characters too.
And then Emily Blunt is a psychic, but also she can like shapeshift or make people see their dead relatives, and then people just let them leave. And okay.
So then why does the guy playing Colin Firth, that's Colin Firth's playing?
Yeah.
I understand conceptually, okay, he wants to protect the secret. But why is he so anti, right? Like, give me some motivation, give me some background on why he's so anti-alien, but then he's so anti-alien that he can fucking sit in the director's chair at the end and go, whatever.
He's like, he just believes that the humans can't take the news.
Can't handle,
But then they were hinting at, like this happened when his wife died. Like Coleman Domingo had mentioned, like something like there was some sort of, I don't know exactly what he says, but he's like, when this happened, and it was probably referencing his wife, you changed.
You turned,
and then
he lost.
Coleman Domingo saved an alien. Okay, why did he save an alien? Like, there's so many little things. That's like, I don't know why the characters are doing what they're doing.
I mean, I saw like a little bit of analogy to like a Professor X Magneto between the two of them, maybe very subtle.
What?
Where one wants to suppress the truth, one wants to reveal. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I guess you could pull that out of it. But
Colin Firth's bad guy was very like one note, two dimensional. He didn't really know anything about what's going on. This is an agency where you can sneak behind them on dry grass behind branches that are completely see-through and steal their car, and nobody fucking heard anything.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? How did he? Nobody's seeing this? What kind of incompetent people are these?
what kind of aliens are these that they keep crash landing into Earth if they got so much technology?
I thought we were going to get an ET cameo or something that. So
I mean, these aliens literally can do anything with those magic boxes, yet they're so stupid enough to just keep crash landing into Earth over
but then
and over
how do
again?
people know how to use these MacGuffin rods? Like, how does she know she can make everybody invisible or
Also,
whatever?
there
I'm
was
sure they've just been testing them, but
There was like different kinds of aliens. Like the guys that they saw in Roswell were these little ones, and
Right.
then there's this giant one at the end.
The little ones reminded me of the ones from Close Encounter, but they had a big one too. But then
I'm going to say it one more time, just so because it gets. I think the point for me really, if they are this technologically advanced,
yeah.
why do they keep getting captured by humans? And why do they keep letting humans just fuck with them?
That's a good point.
They
That's a
can
good point.
fly from one universe to the other, yet they can't navigate once they get to. They keep fucking crash landing into Roswell.
And then
how does that make any sense?
if you're getting tortured, wouldn't you just fucking vaporize all of them or kill them or something? Like you got powers.
The amount of tech. I mean, just think about that. The level of advancement to fly that far.
Yeah.
And exist in another place, yet you can't defend yourself against us.
Yeah,
We
that
can't
is-
even fucking
That's a good point.
send a human past the point of the moon.
We're that evil. That's a good point. That's a good point.
It's just a very it goes back to it's just a very 19. I know you love the 80s. It's a very 1980s
It is.
way of thinking about aliens.
It
And
is.
we are 46 years away from what our understanding of aliens and technology and wonder and awe. And this movie is like also looks like it looks like Minority Report for some reason.
That's a better movie.
It's like you mentioned in your thing that it looked great. I thought it looked terrible. I hated the blue hue. I hated how dry. I hated how sterile it looked. I didn't think it looked very great. I know he was going for that on
It's a
purpose.
very cold movie. Yeah.
It's like a mid 2000s Spielberg movie.
Yeah. Kind
I
of.
mean, it's like throwback, but in all the ways that I'm like not really like a throwback. This isn't a throwback that I want. There's no new ideas here.
Yeah.
It's a frustrating movie.
It is. It's really weird. It's really weird. Yeah. So
I'm like talking about it so badly is it's like Spielberg is much better than this, but this goes back to the point that I made earlier. These older directors don't make good movies when they get old.
Yeah, I just feel if you're making a movie about Disclosure Day, it shouldn't be something that ends abruptly after you do it.
Well, let's talk about the end when they finally upload and disclose all the shit, and the CNN lady is crying, which got me a little bit. I thought she did a good job.
I was like, okay, I thought that the movie was going somewhere after that point.
Right?
I was, all right, now we're getting to it.
And then
It's all going to pay off.
They wheel out this huge alien. Maybe that's E.T. all grown up and old. I don't know. And he whispers something to Daniel, who has to whisper something to Margaret. She gets back in front of the camera and just says, listen. And the movie ends. And I was like, what? Wait a minute. What did she say? I know you want to be all ambiguous and leave it up to the fucking viewer, but I thought this is where the movie should have fucking started. Instead, he gives us just like a chase movie that ends where, because how is the world reacting to this? That was your whole fucking premise.
And that's the interesting thing. Not that we already know the government's keeping shit from us.
Yeah.
There's nothing to really get from that. Like, okay, how do you got the shit? Now, what happens after you put it out? Like, what is the world? What's the effects of the world? Like, what happens?
Well, also, what is the aliens' motivation? What did they want? Why are they here? Like those are the things where we'd want to know that.
And then why do they keep coming?
Everyone knows at this, like you guys mentioned, everyone at this point would, for the most part, be like, okay, aliens are here.
Yeah.
The real thing would be not that they exist; it'd be why are they here? And that's a move. Like I go back to Arrival.
Yeah.
Like Arrival, the whole premise was, oh, these aliens said something, and it was misconceived weapon, and the weapon actually means tool,
right?
And that they wanted to help us, and that they can see time in a certain way. And then there's this reveal that this character, the main character, is like literally seen all her life and is still choosing to do these things, even though she's going to lose the love of her life and all that stuff. It's like a very like, oh my God, this unwraps into like a blooming onion. Whereas this movie, like you guys mentioned, there's the reveal of the CNN and it's like, oh, it's getting sad and it's getting like heartfelt. And then it's just like cut.
I mean, the last bit like grabs you and then just fucking leaves you hanging.
Right.
Yeah.
There's nothing. I don't know. Yeah. Just
like
go ahead, Ruggs.
I feel like he tries to pull some artsy shit at the end. And the movie's been nothing but a chase movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't just like pump the brakes and go, okay, it's time to get artsy and listen. And that's it. You're like, what the fuck? So it was just like, it just didn't fit with the rest of the movie.
Also, Jane, the minute after she is being taken over by Scanlon and she tells Daniel, you cannot trust this person anymore. Why? Are you even he tried to like tie her up and take everything with the name off? I was like, why do you still have her around? She's a fucking liability. The minute he does it the first time, you got to be like, I can't. You got to go because you're getting me in trouble.
Well, so. that actually, I didn't mind that. What I minded it the most is it's clear that she can get possessed, and he's like, you know what? We're caught. We're in the bathroom. I'm going to give her the fucking thing.
Yes. Why are you giving her the device?
And it's like, okay, if you catch him and he doesn't have it,
yeah.
Why doesn't fucking Colin Firth's character just wizard back into her?
Right.
She has it.
Yeah.
And he gets it. She just gives it to him, right? Like, why do we not wizard back into the other girl?
Super sloppy.
No, but how did Emily Blunt know that the thing would make the house invisible? How does she know what this thing does?
I mean, yeah, sure.
It does whatever they need it to do.
Yeah. I think it's more egregious that you catch the guy, he doesn't have the thing. You've been wizarding into his girlfriend. Yeah. He clearly probably just gave it to his girlfriend. You don't wizard into her.
How about you go back and find her?
Movie's over. Just wizard into her.
I like when he showed up though in that farmhouse that he's talking to her. Like that was it was tense. It was, I don't know. Right.
There's moments. There's some moments.
It has moments of like really cool camera movement, the spinning. You know, he can shoot the action well.
There's pieces, but as a whole,
I just think his styles, maybe his bag of tricks is not like we've seen it all. And he hasn't anything new. He's just doing what he's always been doing, but we've just seen it so many times.
I mean, what's the last great movie he's made? I'm going to read off his last few movies.
Yes.
You stop me when you think it's a great movie. Disclosure Day, The Fabelmans.
Okay, Ruggs, what do you think about Fabelmans? I
thought it was decent.
Okay.
I'm talking about great movie.
Not great, but I thought it was decent.
Okay.
West Side Story.
That's pretty good. Not great. It's pretty good.
Is it an all-timer?
I mean, it's a good musical. It's a good version of West Side Story.
Ready Player One.
I love that. I think that's a fun movie.
I think it's pretty good.
The Post, that got nominated. The BFG, Bridge of Spies, Lincoln. Now we're going into like 15
Lincoln
years
got
ago.
some Oscar fucking shit going on.
I know, but here's the thing. He gets a lot of Oscar nominations for things.
Yeah.
Keep what going. I'm getting at is he's not making great movies anymore.
No, keep going.
Lincoln, War Horse.
Yeah, I never saw it.
The Adventures of Tintin, Indiana Jones, and the Kingdom of Crystal Skull.
Oh, that's another alien movie that's worse than this movie, maybe.
Munich.
Munich's really good.
Yeah, Munich's good. War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds, I rather enjoyed with Tom Cruise. Actually, that's one where the aliens aren't friendly. I guess I was wrong. Those aliens want to fuck things up.
I mean, we're already 20 years ago. So, my point is, I think what I'm saying is true. These older guys don't make good movies.
But if you keep going, the next couple are kind of interesting. Like The Terminal, everybody hates. I thought it was an okay comedy. Catch Me If You Can is a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
Minority Report is a fantastic movie.
Right.
Hey, but you know what, though?
Yeah.
He's 45 years old when he's 55 years old when he's making those movies. He's 79 right now.
And then before that, he does AI, which is
That's
okay.
a Kubrick movie he finished.
Yeah. So you know what's funny about that? He was actually going to direct Harry Potter, but then Stanley Kubrick's widow calls him after Kubrick dies and says, "Will you finish my husband's movie?" And so we would have had a Steven Spielberg Harry Potter. Instead, Chris Columbus gets it. And then I think before that, 1998, Saving Private Ryan. There is your answer.
Right. So,
1998
years ago.
Yeah.
Saving Private Ryan is probably one of his all-timers right there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think that in that list that you've gone, he's made good films.
Right.
He's made good films that work way better than this.
All right, let's just talk about the 4 Alien movies. Close Encounters, E.T., War of the Worlds, and I'm putting Indiana Jones and Crystal Skull in here. How does it hold up against those?
Bottom of the barrel, I think.
Right? I mean, it's better than Crystal Skull.
No, I don't know. I like Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull more as a movie. It makes more sense.
It does make more sense. At least it gives you like an ending and shit.
Yeah.
And then as far as the last 20 years of movies you just read, it's not.
He's made good films. I'm not trying to say he's completely fallen off a cliff. Although this movie you might make the argument he's fallen off a cliff now.
This is the first time I've been to a Spielberg movie and walked away like I was really disappointed.
There's people making videos going, Spielberg needs to hang up his fucking camera and retire. I don't. This
is the first time ever I've walked away from a Spielberg movie. Even Crystal Skull I liked when I was like, it was not that bad.
Even Lost World, even the second Jurassic World.
He didn't do that one.
Oh, he didn't do that one?
No. No, you're right. He did do that one.
Did the second one. That's not good.
Right. Sorry.
Not good.
It's okay. I mean, The Lost, it's just different.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a terrible movie. It's just a different movie.
All right. Well, where are we putting Frank Grillo in this? I do think the movie improves.
Yeah,
I think the movie improves with Frank Grillo.
Ooh, Frank
I would love to see him as Scanlan, maybe, as the bad guy.
As Scanlan? It would be a great skit. Imagine him zapping into people. Yeah. Everybody has to do a Grillo impression.
Controlling him, and then they start talking like him.
What if he was
Wyatt Russell's character? The boyfriend.
Yeah, he's a guitarist. He plays
Could he be Hugo?
You know who he should be?
The alien.
No, not the alien.
He's the cop that tries to kill them on the Brit.
That's
the train
exactly
track.
what I'm thinking of.
Boyd.
Yeah,
he would have been Boyd.
Yeah.
He would have been a good Boyd. Yeah, he would have been a good agent guy who's actually competent at his job. Maybe
a couple times I got confused that Boyd guy was like Daniel Kellner or Josh O'Connor's brother. I was like, who is? They look too much alike.
Yeah, all these white dudes look alike. I mean, Josh O'Connor did fine, but he's like a little bland. I don't know.
I thought he was bland. I didn't think that he had much to do, and I thought he was very bland.
No, and it's surprising how good Blunt is given what she has to do.
She's really good in it.
She's really good. I think she saves the movie almost to get to watch her. I love her shimmy in the red dress. I mean, come on. All right, Anthony, final thoughts. Give me a score if you want to. I mean, there's 36 movies, and I'm sure you're not seeing all of them.
I've not seen all of Spielberg's movies. Man, this movie, when I walked out of the theater, I was like, I like it. And then I immediately sat in my car. I'm like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
And then I initially rated it a 7 on Letterboxd, and I changed it to a 6 before I recorded this.
Yeah.
And the more we talk about it, I'm like, is it a 6? Is it a 5? I'm going to go 5.5
okay.
out of 10.
Yeah.
I ultimately found this to be a very messy, disappointing film. And I have a much higher bar for Spielberg than this. And the biggest thing is not even just the inconsistencies of what we talked about and the themes, but I just found it at times to be very boring.
Sure.
And that's the part where I'm like, that's strange. When I just am not caught up into what's happening.
Yeah.
That's the part where it's like.
But I will say he does his movies have this deliberate kind of slow pacing. Like Close Encounters is a slow fucking draggy movie.
Sure.
But the end there makes up for it and you actually get something satisfying. Yeah. This one is the same slow and draggy Spielberg, but there's no fucking thing at the end to enjoy it.
I really wish he would have harped on like one of the plot points, like the scene where she's getting interrogated, but she's holding onto the cross, and at times it helps her because of the pain. And you can also interpret it as, it's God helping her,
or like stigmata. She's giving herself stigmata, like Jesus almost with a cross.
Yeah, sure.
You know?
Sure, like there was some stuff there that like you really could have mined, but he never stayed in any sort of lane. He kind of did a bunch of different things to make it into a summer blockbuster, and I mean, I did like when Jane calls the nun, and she's like, "Does God love us?" And the nun is like, he mentions Earth, and why would he make all of this just for us? So she's able to reconcile supreme beings and a higher God type thing. Like, that was interesting, but that was it. It was like one line. Right. So, yeah, I wish it was better. Wish it was better. I wish the early reactions that I saw were what I saw when I was in Colombia was this is Spielberg's return to form and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I wish I felt the same way after seeing that movie, but I did not.
Yeah. Ruggs, give me a number and then rank it in some way.
I really wanted to love this movie. I don't have anything against Steven Spielberg. I love his movies. So when I went in and I was disappointed in this film, I was like, I was beside myself. I couldn't believe that I didn't like this movie. But there really is a lot of problems with it. It's really sloppy. There's too much stuff in there. It's not elegant. There's a lot of things that don't need to be in this movie that are in it. And it just resolves in such a, like, the guys give up. The ending is so abrupt and you don't get any payoff or find out anything new at all.
Yeah.
And so it leaves me with like, what is this movie? It has a couple of good scenes, and a good performance by Emily Blunt, but is that enough to do it, to recommend it? So I can't really recommend it. I'm going to give it a 6, which is, it's a movie. And you could, but I'm not a 7 is a recommend for me, and it just missed that. So
yeah. Is it maybe his worst alien movie? I don't know. I
think this is the sloppiest movie that I've seen in a long time. It's just things don't work. So
yeah, the problem is those other, like, at least E.T. and Close Encounters do have a sense of awe and wonder, which this movie lacks.
It's still Spielberg, and you still get some Spielbergy shit.
Yeah, it's very Spielbergian.
You get some good direction. You get some great camera moves. Yeah. You get some really well done editing and action sequences, but the story does not, and all the moving parts in it do not work together very well.
Yeah, I'm at like a 6.5. It was underwhelming, very strange. But like we said, it had some great moments. Emily Blunt's great. The one fucking train scene is great, but like almost belongs in a different movie. And so, yeah, just a strange outing from Spielberg. And I don't know if this word of mouth is going to hurt the legs. I think Minority Report's better. Like you said, Arrival is better, does the same thing. Just maybe we've moved on from his bag of tricks and he doesn't have any new tricks.
No, I wouldn't just dismiss him outright. I just think that this movie got away from him. I think
he's got another good movie in him. He is.
I'm sure. Like The Fabelmans wasn't bad, but he wasn't trying to do much with that,
right? And I'm not sure what he's trying to say at the end of the day.
Fabelmans is about his life.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 79 years old. How many more things is he going to do?
Yeah, and I didn't get what the message of this movie kind of was. Is it empathy? Is it watch the local news? Otherwise, you're going to miss out. I don't know what the fuck. What's the message?